the mountain pass of Steinvega. For 300 years, the fortress...
Torvald Redax. Tall, heavily built Viking man, approximately 42 years old.
2 days ago, the Bjornvik settlement 20 miles north had gone silent. No messenger.
There. The sound reached the fortress first. Not roaring, that came later. First, just the weight of them. Hundreds of feet on mountain rock.
Torvald, the 3 trenches are filled and sealed. The ignition lines are laid. I need 30 minutes more for the secondary reserve vials. Tell me I have 30 minutes.
You have 20.
Cauldron team, I need those ropes tested now. If a cauldron rope fails when we're pouring, we lose the wall section. Test them!
4 to 3 warriors. Against hundreds of trolls. The wall holds or it doesn't. The trenches hold or don't.
The 3 trenches. 4 feet wide. 3 feet deep.
Fighters to the wall. Every archer position filled. Cauldron teams ready. Solveig, how long?
10 minutes. 5.
Done. 400 vials. 3 trenches full and sealed. Ignition lines intact. Let's see if the math holds. The gate does not open, and nothing get through it. If a troll reaches this gate, Hayed, it is because the trenches failed and the wall has been...
There are so many of them! Trenches. 3 walls of fire. 8 feet between each trench. Not enough 100 feet! Come on! 100 feet more. Torvald! 100 feet!
Ignite first trench!
Solveig! Solveig! Ignite first trench now!
Trench, igniting. Ignited.
The first trench held! The oil mixture, whale oil thickened with pine resin, clung to the troll's skin and could...
Second trench, nurse. Ignite, Urugons. 15 seconds.
The second trench. The gap between the first and second trench was now a cage. For
Archers, priority target. The large troll approaching the gate. All archers, north position, fire!
Concentrate on the face and joint areas. The skin is armor. Eyes and joints. Shields up! Brace the gate! Incoming! Gate holds! Hold the position! Solveig, 3rd trench, now!
3 trenches! Burning! And the fortress commander himself in the pass!
The fortress commander in the pass. 1 man, 1 axe, 1 partially burning troll between the fire lines and the gate.
He had fought mountain trolls before. Not this large, but the principle was the same as all large animals.
He's working the knee joints. Give him 60 more seconds. If the troll is still standing at 60 more seconds, I go out.
The 3 trench fire lines were doing what Sol designed them to do. The front could have...
First trench burning at 60%. Second trench, 80%. I need 4 warriors ready to pour reserve vials. Understood?
Yes, understood.
One down. The trenches held the main horde. What is the burn status?
Solveig is monitoring. First trench at 6% burn. We have time.
Front ranks were dying in the fire. The Horde did not care. The mass behind continued to push.
Section 3 of first trench. Fire height critical. Reserve vial team. Section 3.
Section 3 restored! Watch the second trench center. That section is dropping next.
Archers! Second trench center! Drive them back from that section, now!
The archers were not trying to kill trolls with arrows. Troll skin deflected most arrows. They were trying to deter trolls from specific pass positions.
Second trench center restored. Third trench learn. Full burn. Still strong. First trench line. 2 more vials on section 1 and section 5.
20 minutes into the battle, the 3 trenches were holding, managed by Solveig's reserve vial system. The Horde was contained north of the first trench.
Platform section 4 damaged. Get those 2 where you weren't and get me 3 more up there.
Lady Dagny Dasnu.
I'm fine. Finish the planks.
South wall! They're trying to get flankers over the East Cliff wall. Archers! East Cliff line! Now!
The flanker attempt succeeded in getting 1 troll over the East Cliff wall, into the fire gap between the second and third.
Solveig, can you seal the East Cliff wall section with fire oil?
If they keep getting flankers, we lose the gap containment. Not without use. Good. Every archer, when that giant reaches back to the cliff top, all arrows on that hand immediately. Make the cliff top cost it every time. 35 minutes. The trenches were burning. The Horde was contained.
The boiling oil cauldrons. The wall defense of last resort. If
Torvald! Coordinated crossing attempt. First trench. 8 large trolls in line. The fire height is too low to stop them.
Let them cross the first trench. All archers! Concentrate on second trench edge. The second trench is the new first.
8 large trolls through the first trench. Now in the gap between the first and second.
The second trench held them, but 8 large trolls in the gap were now throwing boulders from the gap at the fortress wall at much shorter range.
Second platform casualty. All remaining archers, priority to gap trolls. Drive them back from throwing range. Concentrate on the closest 3.
5 minutes into the battle. 8 large trolls in the gap. The first trench at dying fire.
6 vials. 3 sections dropping. I can hold 2 sections to full height. 1 section drops and the gap trolls get over. Unless I use 2 vials on that 1 section.
The first trench burned out. The Horde flooded the gap. 300 trolls now.
300 trolls at the second trench. The fire still held them. The second trench at full burn from Solveig's 2 vials.
The bodies in the second trench. They are extinguishing sections by falling in. The second trench is being bridged by bodies.
The body bridge. A consequence no trap designer fully anticipates. A Horde large enough creates its...
Second trench is bridged. All forces, Hain, fall to third trench defense line. Archers retarget to third trench edge.
The third trench is clean, no body bridging yet. I have 4 vials, enough for another 20 minutes. This is our last fire line before the wall.
The second trench bridged by bodies. Trolls in the second, third gap. The third trench, the last...
If the third trench fails and they reach the wall face, we pour on my command and not before.
Not before!
Understood?
Understood!
The third trench, the last trench. 8 feet of fire from cliff to cliff, 40 feet wide. Clean burn, no body bridging yet.
At current burn rate, the third trench has 12 minutes before critical height drop. With my remaining 4 vials, I can extend that to approximately 8.
1 hour into the battle. 3 trenches, 2 dead, 1 burning. The fortress wall intact.
Torvald, the giant is using trolls as projectiles against the third trench fire, pushing smaller trolls into it, the body bridge tactic again, from outside the path.
The giant is clearing the third trench by force. Archers, all fire on the giant arm at the cliff top. Every arrow, inner elbow. Keep hitting the inner elbow. It's working. Don't stop. Good. Watch that cliff wall constantly. It will try again. Solveig, third trench status.
The third trench is holding, sir. We've pushed them back. 3 body bridge sections in the third trench. I have 4 vials. I can restore 2 sections. 1 section will remain open. They are going to come through the open section.
Which section? East section. 10 feet from the east cliff wall. Then I take a position at the east section exit point. With the gate team.
The last reserve vials. 2 sections restored. 1 section open. The fortress is The east section is the only crossing point. Everything that comes through that section comes through here. We do not move back.
Third trench's open section, and Dagny Ironwall, a tall, powerfully built Viking woman with steel blue eyes. The final wall.
She had trained for this. Not for this specifically, but for the moment when the plan reduces to the body between the...
Solveig, can a cauldron be repositioned to pour down the third trench east section from the wall angle?
Position good here. Hold it here. Lock them out. Do not tip it until I call it. Hold the line. Do not give a single foot. Torvald, we need that solution now. Dagny, step back 10 feet. All of you, step back now. Cauldron 3, tip. Now.
Third trench, east section, reignited.
Third trench vent fully restored. The open section sealed by boiling oil. The trolls that had crossed were...
7 trapped trolls. Dagny's team.
Seven trolls in a killing box. Dagny's team was small and tired.
She never paused between targets. The pause was when you died. Forward momentum, shield leading.
One hour and 20 minutes into the battle. Third trench burning, on boiling oil now. Which Hela, how wide is the horde from the back of the pass to the first trench position?
Approximately 160 feet of pack troll. 300 active trolls pressing the third trench. The third trench will burn for 60 more minutes on the boiling oil.
From up above, the toll of the trench fire system was visible. Hundreds of trolls stopped at the 2 dead fire lines.
The oil dregs are still in those trenches. They burned out, but the resin residue is still there.
If I give you
Fresh fuel.
you could reignite a dead trench.
We reignite the oil residue under 300 trolls.
Cauldron 4. It's positioned for a longer throw, but the angle is possible.
It's possible.
We need 2 volunteers to carry boiling oil through a gap in the burning third trench to the dead first trench position.
I'll go. And me.
Yurka, you carry it in the vessel in.
Ready. You get out before Solveig ignites it.
I know.
You have 30 seconds from port out to Hunton.
Each vessel holds 5 gallons. 10 gallons total. Enough to saturate the dead first trench section. There. The boiling oil ignites differently, creating a narrow gap at the base. It is passable at speed if you go low. Low and fast.
The trolls were facing the third trench fire. Their attention was on the fire barrier. Dagny and the warrior...
Run!
Solveig, they're running! Call the distance deck! Ignite on my command! 80 feet! 60 feet! Torvald! 50 feet! Call it! Solveig! Ignite the first trench, now!
beneath them!
For the first time in 90 minutes, the Horde retreated!
It worked.
The Horde broke! Not from a warrior's sword or a chieftain's command! From...
They're not stopping. They're clearing the pass. They're clearing the pass. They retreated north through the Steinsgard Pass. Burning, broken, not gone, not dead, but gone.
96 minutes, 3 trenches, 2 cauldron pours, 1 reignition maneuver, and the Horde had broken.
Count the garrison. I need every name.
He counted them. 35 fighting. 8 casualties total, 4 serious. No dead in the garrison.
4 warriors with burn injuries from the battle, all from the trench work and the boiling oil operations.
Hold still!
Solveig. This one. How deep? Not through the muscle. You'll use the arm tomorrow. Good.
Dawn came to the Steinweg Pass. The fires died to embers. The smell of the battle.
Send a rider south to the valley settlement. Tell them the pass is held. The Horde is north and retreating. Then get me a full assessment of what we have left.
The body bridging in the 2nd and 3rd trenches. That was the critical failure point. The trench depth was 3 feet, enough to contain the first trench died too fast. The oil volume needs to be double, a 6-foot wide trench instead of 4. More volume, longer burn.
3 design improvements. 1, 5-foot trench depth.
And a 4th. The reignition plan was successful, but high risk.
The gate team needs specific training.
Yes.
The Vikings did not rest after a battle until the defenses were restored. Not from stubbornness.
The Steinweger Pass in daylight. The 3 trench positions. The fortress wall. The aftermath of what happened here the night before.
The boiling oil trench system. 3 trenches, 1 pass, 1 oil formula. Here is the engineering behind it.
Step 1. Pass geometry exploitation. The 40-foot wide mountain pass was a choke point that prevented the Horde from flanking.
Step 2. The oil formula. Standard whale oil alone.
Step 3. Sequential ignition. The 3 trenches were not...
The critical design element was the pine resin. Without it, the whale oil would burn for approximately 12 minutes at the trench volume we used.
The most important decision in the planning was accepting that 43 warriors could not fight 300 trolls in open battle, or even on the wall.
The body bridge problem was the critical failure mode we had not fully accounted for. A large enough horde against a fire trench will eventually...
Torvald Redax. Tall, heavily built Viking man. Approximately 42 years old.
43 warriors with enough sense to dig the right ditch in the right place and fill it with the right oil. The troll army broke against it.
The morning inspection. Standard procedure after any engagement, the commander walks the ground. Torvald walked the 3 trench.
Dagny was right. And Solveig was right. 5 feet deep, 6 feet wide. Double the oil volume.
The redesigned trenches. Construction began 48 hours after the battle ended. 5 feet deep.
The permanent reignition line. If a trench burns out, we pump oil through this line directly into the trench from the fortress gate.
The valley settlement. Protected by the Steinweger Pass. The settlement that went to sleep the night of the troll army.
The Steinweg Pass has held! The Horde retreated north! What did the oil mixture cost? We will supply whatever is needed for the next preparation.
Tell the Elder, double the quantities on the list. We build reserves, not just enough for one battle.
The Fortress improvement program. Everything learned in battle translated to physical improvement within a week.
400 gallons. Enough for 3 full battles at the original trench volume, or 2 battles at the redesigned...
The redesigned Steinweg Pass defense. Stronger, Deeper, wider, and equipped with permanent reignition lines.
They'll come back. Not necessarily this year. Maybe not this generation. But they'll come back.
The reignition run. Specific training for a specific task. 5 of you will be the designated reignition team from this point forward.
The Steinberg Pass at night. Quiet. The trench is ready.
Sent a fire arrow from the fortress gate, 200 feet through the dark, into the dead trench.
The oral tradition. No parchment, no ink. Voices and fire and the faces of the listening.
Summer at Steinweger. The new trenches looked as though they had always been there. The fortress clean and maintained.
Monthly oil quality check. The whale oil and pine resin mixture could degrade over time. The resin settling, the ratio changing.
We heard about the Jotnar Horde, a vast army of Norse trolls. I came to hear the details from you.
The original design had a failure mode, body bridging. The fix was trench depth, 5 feet.
What was the trench cost in labor?
3 days with 20 warriors.
Our southern pass is 60 feet wide, not 40. The same trench design.
60 feet changes the oil volume by 50%. I'll write the adjusted specifications.
How Vikings survived a troll army using boiling oil trenches.
The same pass, stronger defenses, the oil in the storage, the fire ready.
The red axe, used once in the battle. The trenches did everything else. A chieftain who understood when to use his... The fire alchemy bench. Pine resin and whale oil. The ratio of 1 to 4.
The tower shield. The white flame design barely visible under the battle marks. Dagny did not clean the battle mark.
3 trenches, 5 feet deep, 6 feet wide, 40 feet long, cliff to cliff. The pass from the north entrance, the choke point, the geography that makes the trench defense possible. The permanent reignition lines, the 5th improvement from Dagny's post-battle analysis.
From above, the fortress small, the pass narrow, the mountains enormous.
A valley settlement, safe, without knowing how close the threat came, without needing to know. The defenses exist.
Steinweg, at night, the pass quiet, the sentry watching, the trenches ready, the right result.
The first trench. Deeper, wider, full, waiting, as it should always be.
The daily trench check. Torvald walked the trench positions every morning. He would do so until the day he could not walk the mountain pass anymore.
The Jotnar Horde, a vast army of Norse trolls in mixed sizes. The smallest are 7 feet tall, the largest are 25 feet.
1 part pine resin, 4 parts whale oil. Mix at temperature, the resin needs to be warm to incorporate fully. Too hot and you lose the adhesion.
Every generation in Steinweger would know this story. Not as heroics, as engineering. The
8 warriors seriously injured in the battle. No deaths. The memorial post named them and from the north entrance, the view any horde would have approaching the Steinweger Pass. 3 trenches.
He came back to the gate at dusk. Not every evening, but most. He looked north up the pass and counted the trench positions from memory.
The old trench edge still visible inside the new design. The 4-foot original edge within the 6-foot.
3 people at Steinweg at dusk. The chieftain who chose fire over swords. The alchemist who made... Small against enormous, as always.
The resin label. 1 part resin, 4 parts oil. The formula that made the difference.
Steinweg by moonlight. The pass as it has always been, and as it will be when every person in this story...
Exactly in the morning. The pass 8 miles north. The defense invisible. The people living their lives without any signal of what protects them.
The troll army was 300 strong, the garrison was 43. The math was impossible without the ditches. With the ditches, the math worked. Dig the ditches!
The formula is 1 part pine resin to 4 parts whale oil. The resin is the critical element. Most people use straight oil, the reignition run. Through a fire gap while 300 trolls were standing in the dead trench. 30 seconds from pour to ignition.
The Steinvegar Pass! Held by 43 people and 3 ditches and the right oil mixture at the right ratio.
From the north, the view that the Horde had, the trap they walked into, it is still here, still ready. The oil mixture, waiting. It will wait as long as it is maintained and checked.
Steinweg at night. Quiet. As it should be.
8 names. Held position. The record of what was paid.
Mountains. Old before any fortress was built here. Old before any horde came through.
The 5th improvement. A small iron cap. The result of one person identifying one failure mode.
The valley, safe, unaware of the defenses, as it should be. That is the only correct result.
The formula, 1 to 4, carved in stone so it could not be misremembered. Some knowledge is too important to trust to memory.
The Steinvegar Pass! At dusk! The trench is ready! The oil in the storage! The reignition line! The fortress is awake! The trenches are full! The oil is ready! The sentry is watching!